Hi guys, this is Paul from Rebel and You, and today I'd like to talk about commitment and the whole idea of commitment. When you make yourself to be available to other people as a service provider or in a business or anything at all in life to do with your job, or if you're in school or college, no matter what it is, it could be your friends and family. The idea of commitment is something that we really should put a lot more emphasis on, and it really gets left to the side. The reason why I think that happens is because we see when we make a commitment to other people that in a selfish kind of way it can be written off because that commitment is to somebody else. It's to somebody else, and you know that it's not really affecting you. Some people can tend to write off the idea that this commitment actually will not affect yourself. So you really need to look at it properly and step back and think about what your commitment has meant to that person that you made it to. Because when you break that commitment, when you decide that you're not going to follow up on what you said that you would do, then you go into a lower position in that person's mind. And people will always say that, oh, it's okay if you can't make it. It's okay that you can't be here at the time that you said you would be. But really, they might forgive you the first time. They may even forgive you the second time. But when you start doing it the third and fourth time, and it's like a habit for you to do this, that's when you start dropping down into people's idea of what a trustworthy person should be. So what I want you to do from now on is when you make a commitment, try to make a commitment that's real. Try to make a commitment that you can follow through on, that you're not going to have to back out of unless something really drastic happens. And once you make a commitment to somebody once, follow up on it. If other people try to come into your life and try to drag you out of the way of it and give you something else to do that that isn't going to let you complete your commitment, then make sure that it gets pushed to the side. Give it a different time. Give it a different commitment. And make the promise to yourself. This is where I think we can make a big difference. If you make the promise to yourself, then it should be a much harder thing to break. It's easy to break a promise to somebody else because if essentially that promise isn't something that's going to affect you when you break it, because you obviously may not have been emotionally attached to it enough to worry about breaking that promise. When you make that promise to yourself, then it should be a harder thing to break, unless you have a habit at the moment of breaking commitments constantly. You can change a habit. A habit is just something that you've picked up along the way. You've gotten used to breaking commitments, and then because there may possibly have not been any repercussions from breaking the commitment, you're going to keep perpetuating that idea. But if you look at the sum of what you have right now in your life, based on the commitments that you may have broken, then maybe just the next time that a commitment comes up in your life, make it and keep it. And then take the next commitment and make it and keep it. Make sure that you are there for the other person or the other group of people or the club or whatever you're involved in, as you promised. When you start making promises and keeping them, then you become more valuable to people. Then people want to be with you. Then people will trust you. Then you will get more things in your life. The majority of people that don't have much are that way because they are not trusted to have more. So step by step, starting from the next time you were encountered with a commitment, follow through on it. Make sure it happens. Write it down in your diary, stick it in your phone reminder. Do everything you can to make sure that you will be there. And believe me, your life will start to change. Just one step. Just that one thing. Thanks very much for listening, guys, and remember, be a rebel.